Hey folks, on today's episode of Wii Teach You, I'm going to show you how you can stream media to your Wii, such as video and audio, using the Orb streaming media service. First thing you want to do with this is go to orb.com. Now, this is only for Windows users, so unfortunately all those Linux and Macintosh users are out of luck. So once you're on the orb.com website, go down to your free downloads and download the appropriate Orb installer for your language. Now, there's kind of a hiccup with this particular installation version, which is 2.00.0903, and actually any version prior to this as well. Since the Opera browser has been updated, it seems that the Orb service isn't exactly working properly with the new browser. So this guide is kind of just a generic guide that will work once the new version of the Orb software comes out that's compatible with the new browser. So now that you've got the software downloaded, go ahead and run the installer and accept the EULA and the standard installation to the program files directory. Okay, so now the media service is going to start, and you're going to have to log in or create an Orb account. If you don't already have an Orb account, just go and click on the create an account button and you'll be able to set one up. It's pretty easy, but I already have one, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. So now it's going to ask us, what exactly do we want to share? Audio, photos, video, TV, and documents. TV is actually, if you have a tuner card built into your computer, you can actually stream the TV signal that's going to your computer live over the internet. In this case, I'm just going to do audio, photos, and video. Okay, so now everything through the Orb service is run through what's called a MyCast website, which is basically where all the configuration happens for being able to access your media. So I'll go ahead and click Finish, and now you can see at the bottom here the Orb service is starting. Once that goes green, then the Orb service is started, and it already brought up my browser and is going to the MyCast website. Okay, so we could do the configuration here in the standard portal interface that they have, but I'm actually going to right-click on the Orb icon and go to configuration. So first things first, I don't know why TV is set up, but I'm going to enable that for webcams. Go into media, and this is where all of your different media files are going to be shared. So you can see I've actually got media sitting in my documents, my videos, my documents, my pictures, and my documents, my music. So I'm just going to leave that as is, but you can constantly add different types of shares that have different media files in them for the appropriate video, photo, and music sections. Under Advanced, you got standard options, including the ability to enable automatic updates, start Orb when Windows starts, and the most important section, which is your port configuration. If you have a firewall on your setup on your network, then you're going to need to enable ports 80 and 554 to be open to your particular IP address of the machine that you're streaming your media from. This is important if you want to access your media from outside of your home network, but also internally as well, as Orb doesn't read internally. It kind of routes it out through the internet and comes back in. It doesn't go directly to your media box. So now that we've got Orb started up, we're going to go over to our Wii and see if we can access our media. But first, I'm going to quickly log into my portal to see if the media files that I have are located and recognized by Orb. Click over to the Media tab. So we can see that it's already starting to pick up photos that are in my photos directory, and it's already starting to pick up audio files that are in my audio directory. Now, unfortunately, it's not picking up any videos just yet, and sometimes Orb can be a little bit finicky. So you can see in my videos, it actually has one video. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and I've got an episode of The Office sitting there. So now Orb has seen all the media files that I have, and now we're going to go over to the Wii and see if we can actually start streaming that stuff over. Okay, so now that we have the Orb service up and running on the computer, we can now open up the internet channel and connect to the streaming media service on the Wii browser. Now, in order to use the Orb streaming service, you're going to be connecting to mycast.orb.com. That's the standard web page you're going to be going to in order to connect to the service. So if we go ahead and enter web address, you can go to mycast.orb.com. orb.com. So then you'll be confronted with the standard login page. Now you can go ahead and enter in the password that you set up with your Orb account. So now I have my password inputted, and I'm going to choose for it to remember me and auto login. Now the nice thing about this service is that you can go to anybody's computer or anybody's Wii, type in mycast.orb.com, enter your credentials in, and then have access to the exact same media that you would have before. So now the important thing to note with this version, and it's a little bit flaky, is that you actually need to set the stream option under the settings to flash high quality, which is actually meant for Flash 8 and above. Now, the new Opera browser still doesn't use Flash 8, but in order to get things to work properly, you need to select Flash high quality. So other options include the ability to use a fixed or variable speed, and fixed or variable speed for the amount of data being transferred. So you can actually change this amount, but I'm going to stick with 600 just for this test. Under layout options, you can switch to the mobile interface, but I recommend you stick to the existing interface, which is considered home theater interface. So I'll go ahead and exit settings, and then now you can see it's a standard media center interface. So if I go to, say, audio, I'm actually going to go to the browse folders because I haven't really played anything yet. And you can see there's my music directories. I'll go inside there, and then I've got the I Know Karate CD. And so I'll go ahead and just play pieces. And so you'll see it's all embedded in a Flash interface, and it takes a second for it to buffer up, but then it'll start playing as soon as it's ready. And you have different options here, which I'm not including the ability to check out the current item that's playing. And I don't know if the equalizer's going to, oh yeah, there it goes, there's the equalizer. But I'll go ahead and hit the back button now. Whoops, we're zoomed out there. Now I'll go back to the Orb menu. Now we can try out our video. So as you remember, I have the one episode of The Office, so I'll go to Browse Folders. You can see there's my videos, and then there's the Office episode. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and it's going to also get ready, buffer up, and start playing. So as you can see, it's relatively pixelated, and a lot of that has to do with the bit rate that we set the stream to in terms of 600K per second. Kilobits per second, which isn't very good. So, and I know that the Wii can handle a lot more, so I'm going to actually give it a try going and upping that. Other nice features included with Orb include the ability to read RSS feeds, so you can actually configure different RSS feeds to go through. So if you don't want to use the Wii News channel or anything like that, you can actually put feeds in there. Plus, as we said before, the ability to view photos, which I'm not going to go into. And if you do have a TV or a tuner card or a webcam, we can actually stream live television directly from your computer over to your Wii. And this is all over the internet, like I said before, so you can actually access this from anybody's computer if you just go to mycast.orb.com. So I'm just actually going to quickly update this to 1200 and save and exit that and see if that makes a difference in our video quality, or it might just break things, I'm not sure. A lot of this is kind of trial and error and play as you go, so if it doesn't work for you right away, keep at it. And if you have any questions, the best bet is to hit up both the forums on the Orb site, as well as if you want to talk to me directly, you can access the forums on our website. Okay, so it doesn't look like it made that much of a difference, but you can see the service is going, and it is streaming directly off of my computer. So I can enjoy my videos now directly from my computer on my Wii. Thanks for watching this episode of We Teach You. Now let's get back to the podcast.